Greetings and welcome to GRA420 Advanced Digital Imaging. My name is Frank Tierney and I can be reached at 956-566-4923. My office hours are open-ended. I'm generally available from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Time. We can make appointments for specific times. Feel free to text message me. Don't hesitate to call or leave a message if I'm unavailable, and we can arrange to get together some other time. Consider real-time feedback such as Skype or FaceTime even. The textbook for the class is The Graphic Designer's Guide to Portfolio Design by Debbie Rose Myers. Now, whether you buy the electronic version or the print version really doesn't matter. I think it's a useful resource, and I have purchased the print version. It's something that you will be able to use for several years to come, and in finishing your portfolios in your capstone class, it will be very valuable. I'm going to call roll for several reasons. It would be good to get to know each other quickly. We're going to have rich peer feedback towards the end of the class. In fact, peer feedback is the second part of the final project, so it's taken quite seriously in this class. So I have Aries Winans, Jonathan Shales, Fallen Saxon, Kayla Richardson, Amanda Pittman, Nancy Pigeon, Morgan Perkins, Shelley Parker, Courtney Nichols, Roya Misagian, Tanisha Lovett, Nathan Holmes, Kimberly Hanger, Kristen Ham, Kelly Graves, Rachel Fista, Whitney Espinosa, Jacqueline Edwards, Bernardo de Palermo, Kyra Daniels, Tabitha Cooper, Stephanie Cardona. Now I recognize a few names from previous classes. Kayla, Bernardo, Tabitha, welcome back. Another reason for me to call roll is I want to be able to pronounce your names correctly. And sometimes we never have a chance to meet face to face, so I don't want to, if only in my mind's ear, be mispronouncing your name. Thank you for that. You can shoot me an email if I've mangled your name. Here's a summary of things to do this week. Now, as always, go back to the Brightspace classroom to make sure that you see all the resources necessary for the class. I've summarized them here in one place just to give you an overview. But your first source should be the Brightspace classroom. What we're going to do today or this week is we're going to start planning our logo, and we're going to look ahead at the final projects, which is where we'll be presenting a branding suite. The branding suite will include a logo, a business card, a letterhead, a digital resume, a social media page, and a unique leave behind piece that showcases your design skills and specialties. Now, this leave behind piece will be unique. It'll reflect your design sensibilities, and it's something that you can leave behind after an interview or interaction with a design colleague that will hopefully let them remember you. We'll get more into that probably in week 5. In this week's discussion, indicate your degree program, where you're from, what type of job you're hoping to pursue, and any personal information you'd like to volunteer. This will make me mindful of your long-term goals, and I can tailor feedback with your objectives in mind. In Module 1, we'll begin designing and brainstorming ideas for our logos, and you'll be focused on promoting your own brand. Use whatever you have gleaned in previous courses or previous experiences with regard to color, typography, elements and principles of design. They can all be applied in logo design. Reflect on your previous design experiences as you review the final projects in this module. Think about where you've had to leave resumes, letterheads, that kind of thing. Our learning objectives are pretty simple. We're going to critique logo examples for success in communicating brand messages, and we're going to describe your vision for your logo design. So here's a plan at a glance. Review the module resources and readings. Post your initial post to the discussion forum. Try to do that early. Wednesday would be preferable. Review the final project 1 and 2 guidelines and the rubric documents. and then post your 2 responses to the discussion forum, your 2 responses to colleagues. The readings are interesting, I think entertaining in some cases. For example, the video on building a personal brand, Jacob Cass discusses how in order for him to stay in the United States, these were immigration issues, he had to quickly come up with a personal brand in order to get a job, basically. So it's a humorous look at what happens sometimes under desperate circumstances and the positive things that could come from that. And if you have time, take a look at the optional resources, which in this case is how to create a hot personal brand and have customers for life. A little hyperbolic maybe, but entertaining and interesting nonetheless. Our final project review, take a look at the final project. Feel free to poke around in any aspect of the course. I think all the modules should be open to you. And when you look at the final project review, know that the second part of the final project is this rich peer feedback in which you'll be keeping feedback logs and really trying to give each other useful information that will shape this pre-portfolio for your graduation, basically, in the final capstone course. I wish you all the best. Know that I'm a few clicks away, and I look forward to having a great term.